Hello, today I set up a little bit more of a professional background. As I switch more over to YouTube, I want it to be more like, oh, this isn't just a random video, this is like a planned video. Um, let's get into it. So, usually when I talk about animals, I talk about um, animals that have been alive within the past 100 to 200 years and didn't die like a long time ago. Today, that is not the case. Today, I will be talking about a theropod that I don't think gets enough light shedded on it. This is the Carcharodontosaurus. Now, most of the time, when you think of theropods, you think of the T-Rex. You know, the big whopping arms, short arms, two legs, which is what a theropod is. It's the type of dinosaur that stood on two legs, short arms that came off to the side, right? Raptors, T-Rex, Gigasaurus, Carcharodontosaurus. And that's the one that we're talking about today. So these things could get up to about 29 to 41 feet in length, and that is about 12 to 12.5 meters. It's a really large dinosaur. It's the largest theropod. Largest. We think it might be the largest, but since we don't have a full fossil of the Gigasaurus, we don't actually know if it was the largest. The Gigasaurus could have been larger. It was also estimated that it could have gotten up to 33,000 pounds. 33,000 pounds is 16.5 tons in roughly. And this one lived in the Cretaceous, specifically the Cenomanian age. I have to pick this up now because I can barely read my own handwriting. That's not a good thing. It lived in the Cenomanian age in the Cretaceous. I don't know exactly where that lies on the line. And it's from North Africa and is estimated that's about 94 to 1,000 million years ago, which is a really long time. Not really long in the grand scheme of Earth, which has been around for 4.6 billion years, but that's still a long time for a human. And it was from North Africa, which was actually a rainforest environment back then, instead of what we now think of the Sahara. It was found in Algeria, Morocco, and Egypt, which you think desert when you think of that, but back then it was actually had a whole bunch of lakes, and it was a rainforest, and it was a humid climate, which was perfect for the Carcharodontosaurus and its theropod brethren. It had fragile teeth, unlike the T-Rex, which actually had really strong, really tough teeth that could cut through bone. Carcharodontosaurus had really sharp teeth, which could cut through skin, but it could not go through bone, and they were really fragile and probably broke really easily. So my guess with that is, instead of hunting like the stegos and the what else, those, it hunted like animals with less tough skin, and I don't know any of those off the top of my head. Definitely not the Spinosaur. And actually the Spinosaur was actually found to have a tadpole tail recently, which is really cool because that means that it actually spent more time in the water than we ever thought it did. Getting distracted. It was discovered around the 1920s. I could not find an exact date. The internet was giving me all sorts of different answers, but what I got was about the 1920s, so that is an interesting thing. Alright, I want to say another thing. I'm so sorry, I get distracted, and I am trying to think of what else I want to say. Right. Oh yeah, so with the fragile teeth, it was more likely to probably eat, I would like to say raptors, or it was probably more of a scavenger too. If it had such fragile teeth, it would probably have been harder for it to hunt. Now, I don't know any of this for sure. This is my theories, my guess is my estimates on how it is based off of its structure. However, it was a very large predator, which means that, or carnivore, which means that it was probably a predator, but it didn't go for the Stegosaurus and the not Spinosaurus, what's the one with all the Ankylosaurus? I don't know if it was alive at that time. Actually, I don't know what dinosaurs were alive during the Cretaceous, but it probably didn't go for the more solid ones. It probably went for the softer skinned ones. So it could have also gone for some of the water animals, because it lived in a rainforest environment, which means that everything was kind of soft. But it also could have gone for the water environments, considering that there were a whole bunch of lakes around the Cretaceous area. I've run on for 5 minutes talking about absolutely nothing. For the past minute, I've been talking about nothing. So this is the end of the video. Make sure, if you want to learn more about these animals, do your research. Always check out things. If I'm wrong, please tell me. I don't like sharing misinformation. Have a good day, night, whatever.